to start off with words, because for me, I'm a fat activist. I deal with weight bias, I deal with fat phobia. So when I use the word fat, I use it free of any negative connotations. Because that's something that, for most people, when you hear the word fat, you think negative. You think that it's bad, you think that a person needs to change themselves, they need to be thin. And we don't hold those same negative connotations when we use a word like thin. I identify as fat. I use that word to freak people out sometimes because I understand that it's powerful to say something that most people do not want to communicate. And it's the way that when we talk about our bodies, how we converse with other people. This is something that definitely happens starting when you are probably in middle school or even younger. I remember vividly when I was in classrooms that girls, when you get together, you have a tendency of becoming friends by being vulnerable, by letting people know something negative about you that you feel bad about so that they can also tell you something negative about themselves, and then you feel like you can really hurt each other at some point. It's interesting because we don't understand how the language that we talk about our bodies is so generational, that it's so taught. From my own personal experience, I had an aunt at 11 told me how beautiful I'd be if I was thin. And she ripped pretty much everything away from me because of the fact that the way that I was taught gender norms was that beauty was the most important thing for me, that I had to be beautiful to be female. And because that was the most important thing, when someone tells you that, well, you have to change this thing about you until you can be that thing that you're supposed to be, you basically, literally, it felt like everything was ripped away from me.